Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name? We are once again out in the cold, in the middle of nowhere, farm country, and the light is just starting to come on. Hey, what's up, El Jefe? We got to get some clothes on you real quick. Bingo, we have clothes on you. What's up, Auditor? We are on our way. We're gonna go see if we can do a little possum hunting here. Gonna creep up to the garage, flip the highlight on, and see if we can grab ourselves a possum. Here we go. There it is. I gotta get the door closed before he gets out. I just saw him. There he is. Got him. There we go, guys. We got that little mother. The food stealing son of a bee. See that? We got him. Ha ha ha. Stupid possum. Coming to steal my cat food? Not gonna happen. Okay, guys, let's look around. We got a brick right here. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna have to censor this part so we don't get wiped out by YouTube. Sorry, guys. There is no need to waste a bullet on a possum. And he's done. Let's check. There's the kitties, Alcata. Let's go back in. Maybe we can score a double. The life of a farmer. I messed up. I should have closed the door. Let's get some light on. Hi, Alcata. Look around real quick. Nothing up on the shelves. Nothing hiding on the ground. Okay. No, what I did, Autotron, was I took the possum and I took his tail and I struck his head on a brick. And when I did that, it killed him. I'm too cheap to use a bullet on a possum. I will waste a bullet on a raccoon, but I refuse to waste one on a possum. Let me see if I can broaden my light so you guys, I don't know, does that help you guys see any better? Probably not, right? Concentrated beam seems to work better. All right, let's see if we can find anything out here creeping around. Let me catch my breath a little in case I have to run down another possum. The birds are talking a little bit, but they're just making noise over the ducks. Hey, Swamp Fox, good to see ya. We just eliminated. We had to do the old hand catch and dispatch. There's alcata and a whole bunch of goats. Hey, Double O, good to see ya. It's hard to get the goat. There's a whole bunch of goats out there. I don't know, can you see their eyes glow at all in the camera like I can in person? Or are their eyes not glowing? And there's Polly, of course, right up here being a pain. Polly's looking for Jenny Jones. Hello, Teresa. Here comes Chauncey, the head of Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda, the homegrown terrorists. I don't know if you guys can see those goat's eyes glowing or not. The camera really sucks. We're going to try to switch over to that new camera I got from Jim the trucker, but the battery's completely toast on it, so I'm trying to charge it up. We'll see, give it a go. Anyways, I fired the stream up basically not to catch possums, but to try and run a stream for El Jefe. He's trying to make it to Rockwell, Texas, in order to support Otto. And we have a pool in the description. I also have links to Friendsincode in the description. And Friendsincode has an awesome channel. He streams to multi-platform. Really a good high educational channel if you like nerd stuff. And not only if you like nerd stuff, but it will also help you understand your computer, your peripheral devices, everything else. So there's a link for Friendsincode in there. There's also a link for Friendsincode's backup channel in there. And there's a link to the pool for El Jefe to go to Rockwell to report the news as it happens. So if you're able to, anything you donate would be greatly appreciated. So if any of the mods in here, which is everyone, want to go ahead and drop that link for El Jefe, that would be awesome. Please let me know if you see anybody in the channel that's undressed too, so I can dress them real quick. All right, guys, we're coming up here to the camera. Go on, Alcata. Alcata, the stupid old man cat channel. Oh, look at my cats. Look at my cats. Run around. Pretty kitties. Look at the pretty kitty. Hi, kitty. You're such a pretty kitty. Oh, kitty. All right, enough of my mental incompetence. Let's take a look at the game camera. Oh. Turn talk to text off. I should have brought damn glasses, which should have brought. Oh, please let there be some in my pocket. Guys, I didn't bring any. Means I'm gonna have to do this by memory. Come on, cat, get off me. Alright, let's remove the memory card. Out comes the memory card. Get off me, cat. I know you can see that cat's eyes glowing. Right there's a super big deer trail. I don't know if you guys can identify it or not, but that's a perfect deer trail right there. There's some more of Alcata. Okay, guys, let's go get let's go pick up the other game camera, and I can bullshit with you guys while I'm walking up to get the other game camera. We're chasing Alcata away. We're chasing Alcata away. Go Alcata, go Alcata, go Alcata, you terrorists, go. Homegrown terrorists, Alcata. Hey Drew, good to see you. Alright, now maybe you guys can see this, I don't know. Let's see if I can get the light on it. I'm getting a lot of reflection, so I can't tell if you guys can see my tree stand sitting up there or not, but I'm giving it a go. Okay. Enough of that crap. Nobody cares. Hey, shall we raccoon hunt while we're out here, even though I don't have a gun? Yeah, let's go to Strobe, see if we can pick something up. Only thing I'm picking up right now is rain. It's starting to rain out here, like a sleet rain. Whoa. Guys, gotta turn my light out for a second. Well, guys, we might be doing a people hunt tonight. How do you feel about that? I'm gonna have to go in and grab a rifle though, because Glock. I don't even own a Glock. What the hell am I talking about? I got a 40 cal Sig Sauer on me. Glock. I'm gone retarded. Huh, that's kind of strange. There should be no light out there. All right, turn the light back on. Continue our walk. There should absolutely not be a light out in that field. That's probably, I'm going to say that light's 500 to 600 yards away. Yeah, I'll have faith it probably is trespassers. It's probably poachers. And if these are the assholes that keep shooting deer and just taking the back straps, I would love nothing more than to catch them. Hey, QT, good to see ya. Sorry I'm not paying real close attention to the chat. Light being out there in the middle of a field freaks me out because there should be no light here. All right, there we go. Right there is the camera we're after. We'll have to turn this baby off. There we go. Oh, it didn't even feel like that memory card was in. Damn it. Well, I guess we'll find out when we get back. Here we go. There's damn alpacas in here. Look, they're everywhere. Get off that tree, you stupid cat. That's my camera. Get your scent off my tree. Yes, Josh, you're right. I can see their light, they can see mine. So I'm gonna make it appear like I'm going back to the house and ignoring them. So. But I will have to gather a rifle and a shotgun if I want to go out and defend my property. I could call the police, but I have never called the police on anyone before in my life, and I don't think I can now. I'm going to have to settle it my own way, as I always have. I just can't be a rat. Oh no, Teresa. You're right, Aljefe. They don't do anything good. And I would hate to call them, have them come out, find out it's some woman and her kid, camped out, and them end up shooting some innocent people. I gotta kill my light here. This is really fucked up. Can you guys see that? I have the lights of 3 vehicles out there. Hang on a second. What do you guys think? Are you able to see that? QT, if it's an accident, that's about 10 acres in from the road. They're out in the middle of my field. If they were an accident, they would have to be going, probably 160 miles an hour to lock them up and slide that far into the field. Now, there's something nefarious going on there. That's 3 distinct vehicles I can make out. I can see better without the light than I can with the light. 2 are 4-wheel drive pickup trucks and one's a Jeep. I definitely don't have enough firepower. I have my 40 cal 6-hour and 2 clips. Definitely not enough to get the job done. Hi, Lady Di. Hi, Pen. Yeah, they're sitting still, so I would imagine they've already fucking blasted something. And they're cutting the back straps out of it. And leaving the rest to rot because don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with people taking animals if they're going to eat them, but eat the whole goddamn thing. Don't kill them, just take the back straps and leave the rest rot. Yeah, QT, I don't know. I may not wait till morning. I may go equip myself, equip Hag, and we may do a counter assault. And if they have a deer down, I'm gonna claim it as my own. Because it's gonna piss me off if I go out there and there's a deer laying there with its back straps removed and the rest of it sitting there. I mean, the fucked up part about it is they just cut the back straps out. They don't even gut the thing. So all the meat goes to waste. And I need that meat for my freezer. Everybody's okay in there. I'm gonna go lights out here in a minute. Yeah, the lights are still on. They're not even paying any attention to me up here. They're too fixated on whatever they have harvested. Well, yeah, I know they have at least 3 people, Josh, but Hag is a crack shot with her sidearm. She can draw and hit a 50-cent piece at 80 yards and not miss a lick. I'm real good with a rifle and a shotgun. My pistol skills suck, I'll be honest with you. But I'm not planning on using a pistol. I've got a 37 Featherlight 12 gauge Ithaca with a riot control barrel on it, and I have some custom made home loads that take care of almost everything. My 25-06, actually, if I had some night vision, I could reach out and touch them from the house, but I don't have any night vision. I can reach out to about 180 yards with my crossbow pen. Ever since my back got messed up. I haven't been able to use my compound bow. I had to pass it to my son. Hey, Rafa. Yeah, Lady Di, I shoot a 40. I've got a 40 cal 6 hour. My buddy Pinner from Tennessee, with his compound bow, he can drop arrows an antelope at 200 yards consistently. Yeah, QT, my truck may or may not make it because it's wet. I could take the tractor, but the tractor's not fast enough. My best shot has been with a crossbow, my Excalibur crossbow. That's the best one I've ever made, Pen. Hi, Em. There's some more of Alcata. A little dark. I'm going to walk back up and see if they're still here or if they left. What I really need is a little quad. If I still had my quad racer, I'd be able to zip out there. Oh, damn light went out again. Okay, back to headlight. Just Alcata. I don't see any more possums hanging. Nothing on the wall. Well, back, but I haven't seen the skunk in quite a while. One possum tonight. Yeah, I checked the goats, lady. They're all fine. We actually had a tree come down the other day, and came down. It crashed the fence and let all the goats out. So yesterday, Hag and I were herding goats most of the day, trying to get their asses back in. Now I have to wait till I get some help because I can't get the tractor back in that area, so it's going to be done by hand. We're going to have to use the log roller, the chainsaw, and cut it up and log roll it. Now the question is, do I go in and tell Hag about the poachers, or do I not tell her? It's pretty cold out here. It's probably about 30 degrees. Oh, I no longer see their lights. They just went dark. They're now dark. Yeah, Lady Di. Hag has, I think it's a 357 Lady Smith. It's finished. I have to get all dressed and everything because I know when I came up, she was settling in. She just got in the rocking chair. Her lupus has been acting up, so. Let me flip the camera around so you guys have to look at my ugly face when I tell her. Oh. Hey, Hag.
What?
Two things. Number one, I'm live streaming. Number two, I walked out to check the cards on the game cams. We have trespassers. We have 3 sets of lights out there that don't belong here.
Now?
Yes, and it's not Jamie. They just went dark. I was watching them. They just went dark.
Take your gun.
Well, there's 3 of them. 1 against 3 ain't fair. You gonna load up and come with me? You want to load up and come with me, or you want to let it slide till morning? They're in an open field. It's going to be hard to flank them.
What do you want to do? What's the smart move here?
Well, where they're at, I'd probably say I could load the 12 gauge and go crushed glass and then slug, crushed glass, slug, alternate.
You don't have any crushed glass loads.
I do. And you can take the pistol and I'll load up one of the semi-automatic rifles, give that to you. I'll take 37 Featherlight, load it up. I'll take the 40 cal and then I'll take the 22 mag for long distance.
Right now?
Yep. And we can either go confront them or we can wait till morning and see what's going on. We had an advantage before because they had their lights on. Now they're dark. I don't know if they're still there or if they moved.
Where were they? Exactly.
Out in the field right there. You know when you walk right down the road? Way out in the middle of that field. All right, let's wait till tomorrow.
Well,
Let's just wait till tomorrow.
it's kind of dangerous to go out there right now, ain't it?
Man, no dangerous on the other shit we've been through. Let me get some glasses on. Yeah, let's wait till morning.
See what we're up against?
Yep. Dude, it's 30 degrees. Even if they leave the guts in the deer, I can still get meat tomorrow. The meat will still be good tomorrow.
Well, who else can you shop behind you?
No, Jefe, what they do around here, dude, is they'll kill it and they'll just cut the back straps out of it. You know, it's not even the tenderloins, it's the back strap. They'll take the back straps and they'll leave the rest of the whole deer there for the coyotes and buzzards and everything else. And if it's a real big buck, they'll go ahead and they'll take the antlers off of it. Anyways, back to the subject at hand. Forget about the poachers and the possum. Let's, in the description, there's a link to Friendsincode and Friendsincode 2, both his channels. It's an excellent channel. If you want to talk nerd, learn about your devices, need help with any type of software or coding, it's a great place to go. I suggest you subscribe to it. And then there's also a pool to get El Jefe to do some on-site live news reporting down in Rockwall, Texas.
Throw my boots and coat on.
Yeah.
We can get in the truck fired up. Go down around the corner to where the road starts to go in.
I don't want to go that way.
And turn in. Why not?
Too bumpy. I don't want to go that way.
Well, we don't have to drive all the way through.
And I don't want to go that way.
Can't go this way. It's too muddy.
No, we can go this way. We can go this way with a loaded gun. We can't do it on the street. I'll give you the pistol. We'll go in the truck if you want. We can go on the
I
tractor.
want to make
too.
a lot of noise with fucking
Let's go on the tractor.
with a lot. Yeah, I want to
Let's take tractor.
I want to let them know we're coming.
Pick what gun you want. You want the 40? You want the 40? You want a shotgun? You want a rifle? What do you want, girl?
In the dark?
Yep.
Probably a shotgun.
You sure?
Pattern, dude. Handguns are very dangerous. I know that.
All right. Well, let me get you loaded up here. Hang on a second, guys. I got to set you down while we arm up here.
That's DNR, is it?
Oh, it's not DNR.
Okay.
DNR would be a single vehicle, not
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, I'd rather have a shotgun, dude. It's easy to fucking do a pattern in the dark. You can head shoot in the dark. You can't fucking do that with a pistol. Pistols are highly inaccurate.
Yeah, not with you behind it.
In the dark, I don't trust myself, dude.
Yeah, well, I do.
40 is a lot of power. I'm pretty small. I would feel a whole lot fucking better if I had a 357, I'll tell you that.
Okay, here we go.
I gotta get boots. I can't walk in this.
All right, you're going hot, just so you know.
Put the safety on, dude.
I will put the safety on, but I'm letting you know you're going hot. I'll meet you out there
Where, by the truck?
by the tractor because I got to go fire it up.
Okay, well, I hope it fires.
Well, we'll find out. If not, we got to take the truck.
Yeah, I wanna go loud, dude. I wanna go loud with a lot of light.
All right, I'm loaded up, so.
I think that's the only way. That's the only way to do it the right way.
Careful when you come down. Okay, let me see. Let me get my shit straightened here. All right, there we go. Should be back now, El Jefe. Had some technical difficulties. Are we good? Nope, they went black. They're blacked out. Ruffa, QT, El Jefe, Autotron, Lady Di. Let me get the camera switched around. Yeah, mirror it, man. You never know. You never know what kind of craziness is going to happen, dude. This could actually be my first exciting live stream ever. Wouldn't that be cool?
You got a shotgun for me?
Yeah, I got it right here in my lap. Done. Bitshine. Hey, buddy. Good to see ya. Got a little bit of light going. You know where your safety is on that? Yep.
What is this?
want to go out with lights on or lights off? Okay. Hot down, summer in the city. Back of my neck feeling dirt and gritty. And now isn't it a pity? I got it. Gonna be up ahead here to the right. Hang on a second. I gotta do a scan. Right on here, but it's straight. There ain't nothing there right now. We go to try to pick up the track over here. Yeah, look right there. Track's going this way. Right down this road. You guys drop the fucking. See the tracks right here where they're wet? It came down this way. Sounds like a good idea, Lady Di.
Slow it up, you're stuck here.
Yep, see where the water was? See where the water was flashed out of that puddle? They hit this too. They're up ahead somewhere. My ass keeps coming off the switch. Alright, we got plenty of fuel. Oh.
I think they went in there.
No, I just caught something. I don't know if I caught an eye or a flashlight. Back up a little and see. I don't know. I caught an eye or a flashlight. I'm not sure which. Sorry. a second. I'm gonna stop here for a second. All right, we got the creek full, guys. Creek's full both sides. You move back for just a second. All right, that's good. Go ahead, get your grip back. I know. I don't want you to fall off either. They split, dude. They're gone. They're gone. We're wasting our time now. There's the lodge, guys.
You know it's snowing?
Yep. Sleeting. This is how it came through. No, we hunt them down. Can't hear you, Joe.
I said somebody's been up there, though.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of trash going up there.
Way too many. Why is that glowing?
Tree stand. Where's it going? It's a tree stand.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yep, QT. This is what we do on date night. I need to fix the headlights on this tractor is what I need to do.
Turn your headlight to your left.
gotta turn around, man. I can't jump that ditch. I can't see where you're standing. That's my problem.
Where would you like me to stand?
There is no other place for you to stand. Okay, let's see.
Oh, Jesus.
Be careful, girl. This is gonna be a big jump. I don't want to lift my bucket because if this is too deep, I want it to stop me.
Why don't you just follow the road around like a normal person would?
Because if I make it slow, I can make it through here without tipping the tractor. That's why.
Now turn your right.
I got it. Let me get another gear and I will. There's a car out there. All the girls are up by the barn. Some of them are in. Doing the best I can. You want to drive?
Maybe I should have.
Well, I'll let you anytime you want. There you go, girl. We get the bucket set. Well, no adventure tonight, guys. Sorry. We'll check tomorrow. Ruffa.
Did you hear me?
What? Here's a possum, Gerald.
Good.
What?
Oh, awesome. We need more game cameras.
I know. There's the big old boy that was leaving the garage tonight. Want me to do that for you? Want me to unload that gun? Okay. Well, take it in loaded. Drop it on the bed. Yep, Lady Di. Tomorrow morning I'll go out and look for sign. A lot of times they drop stuff out of their vehicles, not even paying attention. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up a deer that just has its back straps removed. I don't know, time will tell. Yeah. My hands is cold.
Yeah, you bounced me to death, man.
I'm so
That
sorry.
was horrible. Okay.
I'm so sorry. My crazy woman.
Christmas music?
But we haven't done a bloody thing all day. Yes, Bouncer, you are quite right with that. Hey, Tank Boy News just went live, so everybody knows. No, Lady Di, I was up close. I could see 3 different vehicles, but they were probably when I saw the lights out there. And I should have came in right away instead of messing around. And before they went dark. Now we get rid of the bald head. Well, get rid of the hat and show the bald head.
Well, maybe we can push her in the ass.
That's very true, Bouncer.
Because I don't think that he was quite back that fast. Or so devious.
Honestly, Autotron, I don't know who they were or what they were doing. I'm just speculating at this point.
Poachers. If it wasn't Jamie Coyote hunting,
It isn't. I checked.
okay, then it's probably poachers here.
Thanks for stopping by, Spitshine. Thanks for letting me mirror your video about Fluke Dog. It's on my channel. Also, the links for Fluke are on my channel. Hey, Spitshine, by any chance, do you know how much more Fluke Dog needs to make his goal?
I'm frozen, man.
Take a couple shells out of this baby.
Oh, I am fucking frozen.
I heard you the first time.
I wanted to say it twice. Oh, man.
Lights unloaded.
We need some more game cameras, dude. That's all there is to it. We need game cameras and we need some more fucking driveway deterrents. You know? What you used to have out there, man.
Anybody that has extra claymores they're not using, please send them to me. I could use them.
Oh, you're funny.
Any extra pineapples I would love to have.
Alright. Oh, man.
Okay, Spitshine, let me know, because I still have his link up, and if he needs more, I'd like to press on with a pool for him. We're always thinking about our brothers across the pond there.
Whoa. Oh, man.
Rougha. Yeah, if anybody has extra pineapples, I really like pineapples. So, you know, if you have any extra pineapples that you're not using or don't need, I definitely would be in.
Heck right. Crap.
Oh, they don't care about our junk.
Yeah, but it makes me feel embarrassed.
Dude, if they can look at an old man like me, they can deal with my junk.
Yeah, but I'm supposed to be like, well, never mind.
You're not.
I don't fit the social category.
Hag, you're not Susie Homemaker, so hush.
I used to be. But the kids are gone now, so.
Awesome, Bouncer. Yeah. I'm a plumber, too. I have a lot of caps and a lot of drill bits, and
You wear a lot of hats.
I've got some.
Oh, I'm so cold.
I've got some really good JV weld that seals the caps once you're done too. After you're tightened, you can seal that. You can seal them from leaking that awful stuff out with JV weld. Works really well. Could be Merlin. Could be anybody. Could be a Sasquatch. who just discovered that light is good. He's running around out there with his new LED light.
You know,
Hell yeah, QT.
that was kind of disappointing not finding anyone. You know why?
Why?
Because when I was on a dairy farm, we used to bust poachers all the time.
Yeah, I know.
And then we get to take their game away.
That's what my plan was. Well, tomorrow we'll go out there and we'll see if there's a deer laying there or not.
I doubt it.
Because they usually only take the back straps and leave the rest. That means I'll have to gut it tomorrow if it's there.
That's alright, more meat for us.
If anybody eats possums, I have a freshly killed possum I'm willing to part with.
Yeah, I know, thanks, okay, yeah.
Yes, Bouncer, they are.
You cannot convince me that people actually...
Yeah, Spitshine, it's getting cold here. It's probably, I'm going to guess and say about 30 degrees or so because the rain is actually coming down as sleet. So it has to be below freezing or at least 32 here.
Yeah, there'll be ice on the buckets tomorrow. Dude, that really hurt, man. That was a very bumpy ride. It was brisk.
Anybody that isn't subscribed to Spitshine69 or Fluke Dog, you should take this opportunity to subscribe to them. There's some really good auditors across the pond. There's quite a few more across the pond. I just can't remember them off the top of my head right now.
Do you only have one headlamp?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. No, if we had had...
Ooh, that's cold, Spitshine.
If we had had two of them, we could have covered a lot more ground.
I know. I'm going to order you one.
That's a really sweet one.
Yeah, I know, Bouncer. The only thing is I'll leave the guts in it, and that's, you know, it's not preferable, but I'll still be able to scavenge the meat. I've done it before. What sucks is that if it's the certain poach that we always deal with, these guys will shoot a fawn and they'll take the back straps and they'll just leave a fawn rot. You know, they'll shoot a big buck. They'll shoot like a really nice 8 to 12 point buck. They'll take his back straps and they'll cut his head off. I didn't hear any gunshots, so if they did shoot a buck with a gunshot, they either used a silencer or, you know, they used a crossbow or a compound bow because it was quiet if they shot a deer. I didn't hear it. Hey, Pugs. Also in the description are links to Friendsincode and Friendsincode 2, Translating Nerd. If you have any technical questions, software, coding, anything, subscribe to Friendsincode. It's a friendly place. It's an awesome place to hang out, and everybody should take advantage of it. It's an awesome channel. I endorse it 100%. Whatever good that is. But I enjoy going there talking nerd, talking about MOFSET, ISO readers, all kinds of crazy things. Oh, Mama Cookie, that's horrible. I would never bring roadkill to anyone. Yeah, Pugface, he is awesome, man. I love that channel. I hope that thing grows to like 100 million subscribers. Right, Bouncer? Exactly. Like if there's some guy out there, you know, shooting a deer because he needs it and he takes the whole thing, then I won't complain about it. You know, if you need food, you need food. I'm not going to bitch about that, but if you're going to waste my natural resources, that dorks me out. I mean, both deer I've taken this year so far, I've saved the clavicle bones for Nuck and Futz, also known as the sexy zebra. She's turned them into artwork. I give her all the skulls, bones, horns, stuff like that. Yeah, licenses. You buy a license to do something they deemed illegal so they can make money, and then all of a sudden, bingo, it becomes legal because you purchased their little license. It's bogus. I've ate roadkill before, Lady Di. I survived with a blowgun, and I would shoot a pigeon a night with my blowgun. Have a can of beans. I'd buy green beans in a can and have that. That would be my dinner. I survived on that for a couple weeks when I was homeless. I've eaten many strange things in my lifetime. I have never ate a possum, and I never will. Yes, Pugface, I have ate both. I eat squirrel all the time. 6 squirrel will make a really good dinner for the 3 of us. Anytime, Rafa. Yeah, they are a spit shine. Like the old man who got arrested for catching a fish and eating it because he didn't have a fishing license. That was ridiculous. Yeah, what we need to do, the next step we need to do is repeal this red flag law. Lady Di, honestly, I've never seen anybody eat a possum. I've heard people tell it, but I refuse to believe that anyone eats possum until I see it skinned, cooked, and eaten. Because possums around here turn into frisbees. The buzzards don't eat them. The crows don't eat them. Nothing eats possum here. They just turn into road pizza. Yeah, I like frog legs too. They're good. Crow tastes like pheasant, only it's not as dry.
It's all dark meat.
I like quail too. I have quail and eat quail. I have domesticated quail. Crow actually tastes better than pheasant. It tastes exactly like a pheasant, but it's nowhere near as dry. Rat's good meat. I've ate rat. I've ate songbird eggs during the summertime. I've pretty much eaten just about everything.
Pigeon, dog, rabbit, squirrel, groundhog.
Bouncer, actually, we have a bunch of homegrown terrorists here. They're called Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda is now at least 40 strong
No, they're
and
about
growing.
30 strong.
No, they're more.
Count them?
There's more because there's 2 litters in top of the garage now.
Oh, well, that's
So-
right. Mama came home to have her
Yep.
baby.
Yeah, I love wild mushrooms too, especially the morels.
Supposed to be
And
lunch around here, although you can't-
squirrel is part of the staple of our diet. And once winter gets here, we'll be able to eat rabbit again. I keep covering the camera. But
Well, it's kind of a mess here, so.
in the description are links for Friendsincode, his main channel, Friendsincode 2, his other channel. And there's also a link there for There's also a link there for sorry, some idiot keeps trying to call me while I'm live streaming. So I don't know if I'm back or not. Oh. Change back over to live chat. All right, cool. Thanks, Lady Di. Attack of the dog. I don't know why people always feel they need to call me when I'm streaming, and they don't bother to call me when I'm not.
Excuse me, I gotta take the dog out. Yeah.
Snakeheads. I've heard of snakeheads, but I've honestly never ate one. I just took the dog out. Okay. Well, I took her out and she crapped too, so.
Okay, she might have to pee again. She's an old lady, dude. She may have to pee again.
Let me see if I
I
can.
need a flashlight.
Let me see if I can flip this around and let you guys see some of my crap. Here, if you guys are interested in a book.
Alright, here we go.
Thanks, Tunis. I didn't look at it. I'll have to check it out later. I'll have Hag take a look because there's no homo here. I'll let Hag check it out though. This book is written by a 20-year experienced canine dog trainer. So there's a couple of the dogs that I produced. There's another one of my dogs. Now, if you guys find any interest in canines, you'll be able to go to Amazon and read this stuff for free. That's one of my other dogs. That's Bandit. He was a 98-pound dog. He saved my ass a couple of times. Oh yeah, where is that guy? It just went past him. See if I can get him back. Right here. This is my buddy Kyle Sims out of Temecula, California. That dog, his offspring were used in the movie Homeward Bound, and I did a dog trade with this guy, and it's the only American bulldog I've ever owned that bit my child. So needless to say, that dog was euthanized.
She's gone.
Yeah, the dog in that movie was a very, very poor example of what an American bulldog should be.
Come on, look out. Dude, I thought I should tell you.
Yes.
While I was out there with her,
Yeah.
she smelled something on the wind.
Yep.
For sure. The wind is coming this way.
And there's my son
And
when
his
he
dog.
was small with his dog.
Whoops, sorry, Rose.
She's the same one in the video on my channel. But That was him when he was 2. He bit one of her tits completely off her body.
Did nothing.
And that's enough about stupid books today. But if you guys want to know more about me and my adventures, there's a bunch of books. Yeah, Mama Cookie, this isn't actually a pit bull. It's actually called an American Bulldog. Its original name that they try to hide is it was called the American Pit Bull Dog. 4 different words. And they changed it into 2, American Bulldog. They combined the bull and the dog. Bouncer slab, I'm all set up. I have an auxiliary generator that runs on propane. I have kerosene heat. I have a couple different methods of backup to keep us up and going. I have a Faraday cage which contains all essential things in case of a EMP. I have everything on a paranoid person's list. And all pit bulls are not created equally. If you do the history, on pit bull terriers, you're going to find that there are no pit bull terriers that weigh excessively. Most of your game bred pit bulls are 50 plus. If they weigh more than 50 pounds, there's usually infusion of another breed. And the myth surrounding pit bull terriers is unbelievable. And there's been many different strains of what they call pit bulls developed. Staffordshire Terrier, and the list goes on and on and on and on. That's not necessarily true, Mama Cookie. A lot of the dog's traits have to do with the genetic predisposition of the breeding. And since like your registries, AKC, UKC, things like that, they frown on inbreeding and line breeding. And that's actually a tool used by breeders to bring out bad traits and good traits to eliminate them in your breeding program. The AKC simply wants dogs so far apart that when you breed them, it produces just puppies. And when you get puppies, then they make the $20 or $25 or $30 or whatever the fee is up to now. They just want to be able to register that paper and make money. They don't care about the breed. Back in 1979, I had a goat that was registered as a Grand Champion. He came down from Grand Champion Cocker Spaniels, both sides, and it was actually a goat. AKC is not for the American Kennel Club is not for the betterment of any breed of dog, and no one will ever convince me of that.
No, they're all about the money. They don't authenticate pedigree.
There's only 2 organizations I know of that actually you can register your dog with. One is the National American Bulldog Association, where if you submit a pedigree and it's incorrect, and your dog does not have purity of blood, you will not get a registration from them. They will not issue you registration papers. And you will get a letter back that says, this dog was half American Bulldog, half Catahoula Leopard, or this dog was half American Bulldog, half Pit Bull Terrier, or this dog was half English Bulldog, or this dog was half St. Bernard, and it'll actually tell you which dog isn't suspect or which dogs are in suspect, what dogs they were crossed to in order to make that dog. So then you can figure out what type of mutt you actually have. But that's enough about dogs, because I could go on for weeks about dogs. It's insanity. Different breeds, how they came to be. Hi, Sarah. How you doing? Good to see you. Watch out. The old man is ranting tonight. Yeah, I pretty much know every breed of dog out there, every rare breed of dog out there, every history behind the rare breeds, every lie that's in history about the rare breeds. Um, the only real, actually, a Karelian bear dog. Everything else gets slaughtered by the bear. Mama Cookie, I don't actually believe that, because there was a breeder once called Al Joy, Stonewall Kennels. He was the first guy to produce a dog that actually mauled a child. And the dog was raised with the child, was never mistreated. And when the dog hit 3 years, it was either 3 years of age or four, I can't recall specifically the age, but the dog, something in the dog tripped out and he mauled that kid. He mauled him to the point of death. He just attacked him, attacked his every part of his body. And the kid had done nothing wrong to the dog to provoke it. The kid was never mean to the dog. They were best of friends, and the dog wigged out and destroyed him. So that kind of takes that theory and puts it in the circular file.
A lot more to an animal than how you treat it.
Bigfoot. Okay. I have never seen a Bigfoot. I've heard talk of a Bigfoot. I can't say one exists, nor can I say one does not exist. I have no personal experience with a Bigfoot, but I would like to see one. That would be awesome. Well, Bouncer, if I saw a Bigfoot, I would probably, one of two things would happen. I would either check my pockets and make sure that I didn't have any acid on me and I didn't take it, or I would probably just shit my dress and have a heart attack. But in all honesty, I would like to see a Bigfoot. I would like to see a Bigfoot. I would like to see an alien. I would like to see anything, anything not normal. Because the only thing I've seen so far that's not normal is myself. Other than that, everything I've seen is pretty well normal. And I'm very amazed that my internet is actually holding in there and I'm not ripping and dropping out. Yeah, Mama Cookie, I think that some dogs are just predispositioned to that. Like when Pete Curley first imported the Presa Canarios into the country, he did that right after he introduced the the Dog de Bordeaux, and they had them in the. He introduced those to the USA. And then after that, he introduced a dog called the Presa Canario, and we went up to check him out and got the dog fired up, got it ready to take a bite to attack us. And a bunch of leaves blew through in between me and the dog. So when the dog was coming from me, he got distracted by the leaves and attacked the leaves instead. Completely forgot I was there. So all these people who are saying this Presa Canario is such a great protection dog is fallacy. And then not too long after that, someone had a Presa in an elevator and it bit some woman in the stomach and started just trying to disembowel her. I mean, I don't know. I've seen some crazy people make some crazy crosses. Like it was real big for a while where they were taking a pit bull and breeding it to a Doberman Rottweiler cross, which resulted in some crazy dogs. Bouncer, where are you at? Maybe I'll come to your state and go on a Bigfoot hunt with you. I'm pretty good at tracking. Yeah, Lady Di, I know it's called, I can't pronounce it right because my pronunciation isn't right, but it's called like a chakra. I can't say it. I just can't say it. But yeah, it's a Russian dog. It's a little over 200 pounds. There's a guy, uh, there's a guy who used to train at Tops Dogs Training here in Grays Lake, Illinois. They do a lot of training for the police. He actually had one that came from Russia. And that thing, it was a female, and it was like way over. It was like probably 260 pounds of dog. And that thing was vicious. Wasn't vicious towards the owner, but if you were not the owner, you couldn't go near that dog. It would rip through a chain link fence like it was ripping through plastic. That was a them to terrorize prisoners and people who escape. They use them to track them down and just destroy the person that they catch. Oh, don't get me wrong, Mama Cookie, I'm a dog lover too. But I believe that every dog is bred for a purpose. All dogs were bred for a purpose, not just to look cute. And any dog I own has to earn his keep. I need a working dog. Like the dog we have in the barn, she keeps the goats safe from coyotes and coy dogs. The old English bulldoggy I have in my house is my bed warmer and my personal protection dog. If you try to break in my house, my dog will tries to steal my TV set. My dog's going to help him carry it out the door. So, as good as she is, she still has her downfalls. You know, she won't bite a kid under any circumstance. Like if some 14-year-old's going to come here and rip me off, they're going to grab everything I own because the dog's not going to bite them. I had American Bulldogs for protection dogs for years and years and years. My grandfather and his brother raised pit bull terriers up until the Animal Welfare Act of 1976. So I I'm not really fond of pit bull terriers. They're great if you want to fight them against other dogs. They're really good at it. But for hundreds of years, they've been bred not to bite humans. Because when you fight a dog, you don't want the dog running over and biting the other guy. So they've been selectively bred not to be human aggressive for hundreds of years. So a pit bull as a protection dog is a very poor choice, in my opinion, and from everything I've seen. The dogs I've produced have done all kinds of stuff, everything from personal protection to to tracking, to rescue, search and rescue, to service animals.
Ring sport.
They've competed in Schutzhund and ring sport, all kinds of stuff. I'm pretty well rounded functionally with, all the different things for dogs out there. I've had some of my dogs weight pull, all kinds of things.
Catch dogs.
Yes, Savvy Crafter, you're right. Dogs pick up on smells, vibrations, things that us humans don't. I mean, I'll give you an example. A guy I know when we were kids, he was a thief. He would steal from anybody. He was like a kleptomaniac. And I hadn't seen the guy in probably 35 years. He came to my house and my dog would sit in between me and him the whole time he was there. And he actually got to the point where he's like, why don't you put this dog away? It's creeping me out. And I'm like, no, man, you have to go. And he left and didn't come back. And about a week later, he had gone to see another friend of mine that he also knew, and he stole her mink coat and all the money out of her purse. So I know what you're talking about. Dogs read humans on a completely different level than we do. Sweet, Savvy Crafter. I've worked with many different breeds. I've worked with Labradors. I've worked with Walker Train Coonhounds, Plot Hounds, Catahoula Leopards, French Bulldogs, English Bulldogs, Labrador Retrievers, Irish Setters, Brittany Spaniels, Pointers, German Shorthair Pointer. Um, God, the list goes on and on and on. I think I've worked with just about every breed out there. Chow, Shiba Inu, um, that feral dog that I can't say the name of that came from Japan. There was a dog food company in Poughkeepsie, New York. It was run by a man called Robert Abity. Robert Abity also made a computer program. Yeah, I've seen Shar-Peis. The computer program was called CompuPed, and I used that as a breeding assisting tool for a long time. And then Robert Abity passed away. Someone else took over. The company was sold, and now the program is no more. It's not accurate anymore. Hey, fuck the police. How's it going? Yeah, I'm not into cats, Sarah. They're good for mousing, but other than that, they're not too good. You can't even eat them if you get hungry. They're too stringy. They don't taste very good. I can't believe my internet's actually working. I only have like 1 megabyte up. Yeah, Savvy Crafter. Cats really horrible. Eat rats first. Rats taste good. Cats do not. Teresa, you can have a service animal no matter where you're at, mandated by law. I don't know, Bouncer. They may contain more protein than most animals, but they are stringy and they are very tough, even if you pressure cook them, and they're not good. Yeah, Mama Cookie, I've eaten fox. Fox is okay. Skunk is really good too, as long as you don't perforate the gland. Yeah, Teresa. By law, they have to allow a service animal. There's actually a woman. Her name is Polly Dake. You can find her on Facebook. She trains a lot of service animals and is really she's up and up on all of that. She's been doing it since the mid '90s. She's been training and providing service animals to people. Her kennel name used to be Hardly Dangerous American Bulldogs. And her name is Polly Dake, Pollydake, Polly Dake. I actually had a pair of bomb detection dogs that went down to Oklahoma when that giant fertilizer bomb went off. And one of them was trained in cadaver retrieval. So it was on scene looking for dead people. Yeah, some collies are. If I was going to herd or control livestock, like pigs, I would use an American Bulldog. If I was going to do goats herding, I'd probably use an Australian Shepherd.
For guard, we like the Marima.
Bouncer, I've tried cat once and it was horrible and I'll never eat it again. Well, I shouldn't say that. If I'm starving, I'll eat it. I'll eat my own offspring if I have to. Yeah, collies and border collies are used for herding. But unfortunately, I haven't seen any that, actually work. AKC is really good for ruining the working ability of breeds. Like the dog we have, the Maremma that we have, is not AKC registered. I would never buy an AKC registered dog. I go out and I watch the parents and grandparents work.
Dude, AKC doesn't mean anything in branded.
That's probably 2 years, Bouncer. Well, I'm not either, Mama Cookie, but in the right situation, if they were dead, I would eat them. When it comes to survival, I will survive. Like those people who crashed in the airplane that ate the dead people, I would have did the same thing. There's no way I would die just because, oh, it's another human and it's dead.
Just because, ew, it's meat. It's protein.
I would be cutting it up, carving it up, cooking it up, and eating it up.
Well done, of course.
Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer? Nah, I wouldn't go out and specifically
No, it's not a cannibal thing.
Specifically search out people to eat. That would be sickening. But giving a life or death situation where that's all I had to eat, yeah, I would do it.
Survival will make you do a lot of things you didn't think you would.
Yeah, fuck the police. I think it's Dahmer. Good old Jeffrey. Jeffrey Dahmer's right in there with the good old John Wayne Gacy, the clown. Only he was a Chester that buried his victims in his basement. The world is full of weirdos. That's true, Lady Di. Humans do have canines, just like dogs. Oh, and you asked me earlier if I ate fox. I have. And you can also eat coyotes and coy dogs, too. They're also edible.
Not a first choice.
And their meat really isn't that bad. The coyote meat definitely tastes better than the coy dog.
I would think so.
That's true, Bouncer. I don't think I'd intentionally, take one out to eat it. But if they had passed away, I wouldn't have a problem eating them once they passed away. I can't believe my internet's hanging in here. I've only got like 1.2 megabytes going up. The diner in the mountain pass that ate people.
Yeah, that was a party that ate. That was a long time ago. That was like when they were trying to find a trail west.
I think I missed that.
Dude, that's a historical thing.
Okay, that's why.
The Donner Party. They got trapped in a blizzard in the mountains.
Well, Bouncer, if you ever
going west.
If you ever do get a Bigfoot and you cook them up, let me know. I want to come try that out because I've never had a Bigfoot before either.
I want to see if one.
I would not mind trying that out. In the description is a link for Friendsincode. I suggest you join his channel. He has some really good panel chats. He has really good information on nerd things. It's a really good channel, so grab that channel up and sub to him. It's a read party. Okay, Mama Cookie, I'm going to have to check into this, what you people are telling me, because Hag's telling me it's history. So therefore, I am very misinformed because I know nothing about that. So I'm going to have to check it out and learn something. It's always a good day when I can learn something new. All right, take care, Teresa. Thanks for stopping by on the most boring live stream available on YouTube today. Yeah, Lady Di, that's what Hag told me. And when it comes to history, I'm I'm pretty bad. I don't really know history very well. I also am very lacking when it comes to geography. I don't know geography at all. I mean, I know Wisconsin is one state that touches us. I know Indiana touches us. Other than that, I don't know. Okay, Bouncer, I am going to have to look that up and read about it because, like I said, I those facts have escaped me, which is nothing new because a lot of history escapes me. I think the only thing I remember historical wise is like in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. And we all know that that is no longer true. So I will, Bouncer. I will check that out for sure. Okay, whoever said it. See, I have a very short memory and I get confused very easily because I'm old. I can only remember certain things. Like, I remember numbers pretty well. I remember procedures on how to repair things pretty well. But history, I'm not too good at. Geography, I totally suck at. And I'm completely horrible when it comes to identifying the name of a song or the band that uh, wrote it. I fail miserably. I'll just keep guessing the same band name I know, and I know like three of them, and sooner or later it's right. And the only thing I remember about the 300 was they were a strong army that had homosexual relations with all the other guys that they were fighting with, and they were one of the most effective forces to ever fight. I remember that too. But then again, I'm just a crazy old farmer because I believe right now we are in military, we're under martial law. People just don't think we are. And my brain tells me we are because I see MRAPs running around, police and SWAT gear, and they look just like military. So I believe we're already in it. It just hasn't been declared. Hopefully, here in the future, before too long, we're going to challenge that red flag law. That needs to be challenged on a constitutional basis. That's just wrong. And then all the Trump supporters saying, you know, Trump is a constitutionalist. That makes me laugh. Take the guns first, worry about the charges later. Well, Mama Cookie, hopefully it doesn't come to civil war. Hopefully more people tune into Real Liberty Media and they start listening to Hal Anthony behind the woodshed, and they start following and listening to his instructions. I mean, it's very educational, and he presents a lot of awesome material. It's really good on the internet. The channel here on YouTube is very, very small, but they're not getting mine either, Lady Di. The only way they're getting mine is by force. But if you guys have a chance, you should check out Real Liberty Media here on YouTube, and check out Hal Anthony's show Behind the Woodshed. I think you'll find that interesting and informative. I mean, he's been going on since the 90s on how to stop everything that's going on. And he just reported that by the year 2022, I think he said 350 million people will be in this database, which has facial recognition and all your metadata. So he just did one last weekend, last Sunday. It was called Behind the Woodshed, and then it was hashtag Boogaloo, Bugaboo. 2 hashtags. Yes, Lady Di, and the red flag law has also passed here in Illinois. And I need my weapons to eat. I need my weapons to protect myself, and I don't own firearms. Firearms are under the control of the federal government. Everything I own is strictly arms, and I'm going to keep my right to bear arms, no matter what. Here's a little trivia for you. Fuck the police. When a human being gets digested by a pig, everything gets digested, even your teeth. And the only thing that will come out are metal fillings. And once the pig processes you, they cannot extrapolate DNA from pig shit. It's impossible. They've tried it, it doesn't work. Which also reminds me of 2 or 3 days ago, I saw a news article where a caregiver was attacked in the front yard in Texas, and wild pigs had killed her in the front yard at like 6:30 in the morning while it was still dark. She was attacked by wild hogs and killed. Okay, Bouncer, if that's true, if what you're saying is true, then how come they cannot retrieve DNA from pig shit? If it's not completely destroyed. If it's not completely destroyed, they should be able to extrapolate DNA from pig feces, but they can't. So how do you explain that? Yeah, Lady Di. The javelina are actually smaller than wild boar. They're 2 different species. A javelina is usually native to Arizona. They're smaller and faster than a wild boar. The wild boar are actually from Russia. They originated in Russia, the Russian wild boar. And then the javelina is a smaller version that's much faster, but does the same thing. Yeah, Mama Cookie, bones are completely dissolved. When a pig eats it, they eat bones and all. Okay, Bouncer, that makes sense. I don't know. I read an article a long time ago where they were trying to extrapolate human DNA from pig's fecal matter to prove someone was eaten by the pig, and they were unable to do it. And the article stated that, you know, there was no traces of human DNA once it passed through the pig. That's why I was asking. Wasn't debating. I was asking a question. I'm learning too. Fuck the police, because that's a fact. What Bouncer said, that's a fact I never knew or heard of before. So I wasn't aware of that, but I do know pigs do have similar stuff. Awesome, Bouncer. Yeah, I never knew I never knew that's the reason why they couldn't get it from, they couldn't extrapolate human DNA from pig feces. Okay, Bouncer. I'll yield to you then because I have zero military experience. My dad was in World War II, and he made me promise him that I would never join the military, so I never have. And I still don't understand why he had a Purple Heart and a whole dresser full of mirrors that he kept in the basement. He had all these blue boxes, and he never displayed them, and he never once spoke about his time in the war. The only thing he ever did would be scream in the middle of the night all these coordinates and everything else, and then wake up in a sweat. And that was about all he did. He never spoke of his time in the war, his friends in the war, none of that. He completely shut down when it came to that subject. He would just tell you that he served in World War II, and that was the end of it. And for some reason, my youngest sister, I have three sisters, one is dead, the other two are ancient. They're even more ancient than me. I was, in fact, the mistake. I was never supposed to happen. I came after menopause, and my youngest sister is either a major or a colonel in the U.S. Army, and she's seen active combat in Desert Storm and I don't know how many other places. So she's seen a lot of active combat. I don't know if that was it, Mama Cookie, or if he was just ashamed for being in it in the first place. I really don't. I really don't know his reason behind it, as he would never talk about it. Nor did any of his friends. I haven't been carded for beer since I was 16 and had a fake ID. But I've always looked older than I really am, so. Looks like I need to shave my beard again next year, so it matches my bald head. I actually know a farmer, he's like well over 100, and He was in World War I and World War II both. And he's just this little skinny dude that walks around, and every time he walks, he farts. And it's incredible because his brain is still there 100%. He's just an old farmer now. But he worked, he told me he worked in the motor pool in World War II, keeping everything running. He worked on tanks, jeeps, all kinds of stuff. He's a pretty cool old farmer. Awesome, Lady Di. Those, they have seen so much. It's incredible. Yeah, Bouncer, we're the same way. We pretty much live off the land. If we go to McDonald's or Taco Bell or any of those places, or even a local restaurant and eat, we're usually sick 2 to 3 days after we ingest the food. Lady Di, I have my grandfather's 22. Well, I don't have it anymore. I passed it on to my son, but it was an HB Quackenbush 22 long rifle that was sold in the Sears and Roebuck catalog of 1900 for 97 cents. And the gun's still accurate and it shoots to this day. We used to shoot groundhogs at 100 yards with open sights.
That's pretty simple.
And the value of the gun is red hot soldering pens and carved a design into the stock and his name. So my grandfather's name began with the same initial as my father's name, and I have the same initial as my father's name, but I didn't give any of my sons the same initial. Exactly, Bouncer. Can you imagine that, going from, wagons and candles to computers, satellite phones, lasers? Oh, which brings me to another thing now that you just reminded me of it. If you go on eBay, you can buy a blue laser for like less than $50, and this thing will actually start a fire. So you could buy one of these things, go out in public, shine it in somebody's camera or in their eyes, and actually burn the corneas out of their eyes with it. And it's legal. It's for sale. Anybody can buy one. It's a 5-watt laser, blue laser. There's even a video on it. If you do 5-watt blue laser on YouTube, you can check it out. It will, like, you make a little pile of kindling like you would to start a survival fire, and you shine this blue laser on it, and the thing bursts into flame. So now, I wonder how long before people are going to be running around with those things, blinding auditors or people with cameras and stuff, because that will cause permanent blindness if you shine it in someone's eye. Because just the toy lasers that they have now are like only half a watt. And this blue laser is 5 full watts. You can start fires with it. You can melt through steel. It does all kinds of crazy things. Look it up on YouTube. You'll freak out. When I seen it, I was like, oh no, here it comes. More things we don't need. You're probably right, Lady Di. They probably will. Just think if you were like sleeping in your car somewhere. You got to your appointment a couple hours early, decide to take a nap. Cop could just walk by, shine it through your window, catch your seat on fire, and all of a sudden you're you're in there choking yourself out because your seat's on fire. Bouncer, I don't understand that. That must have something to do with religion. And I am not versed in any type of religion at all. Or as some people would say, I'm a heathen. Let's see, I've been a heathen, I've been the Antichrist, I've been a couple more things that I can't bring to mind right now, but yeah, I've been called a lot of things. Well, most people think I'm insane, but I believe that religion is the first form of indoctrination because they get you before you can even talk, you're indoctrinated. And then you're told that this magic book and all these things in this magic book are true and you must follow them and read them and all this crazy stuff happens and you should believe it all. So I look at that as the first form of indoctrination. But then that's just the opinion of an old farmer. So take it for what it's worth. It's worth nothing to others but something to me. Okay? The only experience I've had with any type of religion was my ex-wife put my son in a Catholic, I think it was a Catholic private school, and they asked, about your parents and that, and they said, you know, tell them about your parents, and my son said that I found I found my wife in the woods, I shaved her and taught her how to talk. And because he said that, they made him kneel on peas for an hour as punishment. When I found that out, I pulled him out of that school and I put him in public school. And that's my experience with so-called church and religion. My mother was religious and had like those little beads and the cross and all that stuff and went to church and did all that stuff. I chose not to. I don't know what a military DD-214 is. And I'm not sure about test tube babies.
I think a DD-214 is a discharge paper.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's an honorable discharge.
Okay, if you say so, Hag.
I believe so.
I have no clue.
Yep.
And don't pretend to.
I remember because in order for Kinkle and I to get the loan for the house, we had to get copies of his DD-214 from the Navy.
Yeah, I like listening to the old timers too, Mama Cookie. They have some really crazy things to say, especially when they start talking about the Depression. I find that totally interesting.
Well, too bad you didn't talk to my mom more. She could have told you.
Well, my cousin could have told me too, because my cousin was in the military and all his sons went military too. So, but I've never really been that interested in it. All right, cool, bouncer. Thanks for the info. I've learned something once again. Cool, Lady Di. My mom actually met my dad. She was a bouncer at a bar, and she was also a boxer. So she threw him out a plate glass window, and that's how they met while he was in the service and she was a bouncer at a bar. She grew up on a farm with her mother and her sister. Her father died after having his tonsils removed. They removed his tonsils and had him walk home, and on his walk home, he bled to death. What hog? What hag? Huh? It's cool.
Not cool.
Awesome, Lady Di.
Where's my cat?
Yeah, it was kind of funny because the disciplinarian in my household was not my dad. Nobody was afraid of my dad. Everyone was terrified of my mother. And when I was like, I can't even remember what age I was. I was probably 14 to 16, and I made the mistake of calling her a bitch to her face. And all my buddies were over, and where I grew up, nobody could really whip my ass. And she hit me with a right hook so hard. She's the only person in my life that ever knocked me out. She hit me and my lights went out. And then all my friends for like the next 4 years, anytime I do something, they'd be like, hey, dude, we're going to call your mom. We're going to tell your mom. They all thought it was hilarious that my mom knocked me out. So I lived with that for like 4 years of torture from every friend I had. But never again did I open my mouth and call her anything. Sweet Lady Di. I can sympathize with him because her knocking me out, being knocked out wasn't the problem. The humiliation I suffered afterwards was the problem. I mean, I was so humiliated after that, and she was probably close to 50 at the time when that happened, maybe more. I've been cut with a straight edge razor. I have not been shot. I have been in multiple fights for many reasons, but I can't say I've ever been, I've never really been stabbed. I've been cut with a straight edge, though, and that's about the only thing. But I did go to, I did go to a town called Hamilton, Ohio when I was younger, and I went to a party, and since I'm from the country and I'm used to people having loaded shotguns and loaded rifles in the corners of their house, which is nothing new to me. We went, my brother-in-law at the time took me to a visit to Hamilton, Ohio. And I went out and partied with a guy whose name was Dylan. He went by the name of Dylan. We went and partied with all these people. I had no idea where I was at. I got really messed up and I tried to go back home. And I only remember the only thing I remember is taking a black guy by his afro and dragging him down the asphalt till part of his nose was gone. And when I woke up the next morning back at the place I was staying in Hamilton, I don't know how I got there. And they had broken all my ribs. I had to be taped up. I was black and blue from head to toe. And the right side of my rib cage never healed round. It healed like, it's almost like a piece of angle iron. And they beat the holy hell out of me. It took me like 3 weeks to be able to walk again. And I went to a free clinic that gave me some ibuprofen for the pain. And that was my trip to Hamilton, Ohio. And I haven't been back since, nor do I plan on going there. I don't know if there was one guy or if there was a whole bunch of them. I have no idea. But they beat me near death. So that was a fight I clearly lost. The closest I came to a drowning bouncer was my dad and I were driving home in a Ford LTD station wagon. We were going underneath a bridge on Route 14 headed towards Crystal Lake. And there were two guys drag racing. One was in our lane, one was in the other lane. There was nowhere to go. So he put the gas to the floor. We hit the guardrail at about 90 miles an hour. We went up in the air, Dukes of Hazzard style, cut off the top of a tree, landed in a pond. I flew out the front window and got stuck in the mud. And I had to pull myself out of the mud, grab him from behind the steering wheel, pull him to the shore. And then I went to get help from the side of the road. And then they came, they took us away. And we didn't get a ticket, and they never found the people who were drag racing. That was my closest thing to drowning. That's the only time I've ever come close to drowning. Oh, bouncer. Honestly, I don't care who your grandfather was. It doesn't have any bearing on who you are. Lady Di, you sound like my daughter. My daughter has beaten up every guy she's been with except for the one she's with now. Every other guy she's ever been with, she's beat the holy hell out of them. I mean, they've suffered broken arms and all kinds of stuff. She's mean. She doesn't take anything from anybody. I never judge people by their acquaintances, bouncer. Lady Di, I'm I'm part Indian. I'm a lot of Czechoslovakian, and I'm some other stuff. I can't remember off the top of my head. Mama Cookie, you're I don't think you're talking to me about history because I'm bad on history. Yeah, they're not even teaching the Constitution in school anymore. And in school, they have gone away from teaching you, how to problem solve and work things out in your own mind and how to think. They've gone to repeating what's on the paper, memorizing it, and repeating it as fact, whether it's true or not. That's pretty much what our school system has turned into. And now they're messing around with, come on, they want to give rabies vaccinations to cats? That's insanity. I wonder what kind of weird diseases that's going to cause. We no longer say the Pledge of Allegiance anymore, so therefore they've created an enemy state. I hear you, Lady Di. That's awesome, Bouncer. She stood up, did her thing. I support anybody who believes wholeheartedly in what they're doing, whether I agree with it or not. Yeah, my daughter Kim's the same way, but she stands quite a bit taller. I think she's like 5'11". She's mean as can be. I have to take the blame for that between me and her three brothers. Her two brothers. What am I saying? Three brothers. Somehow I manufactured an extra child. That's awesome, Bouncer. My oldest son he has his own business. My middle son is a pharmacist with a compounding license, graduated from Drake University. And my daughter is a homemaker with two children. Yeah, you may have given something away, Bouncer, but whatever you gave away, I didn't catch, so it's all good. Emma's live now. I have a whole bunch of people that have gone live. Well, the strange thing about my kids is that My middle son, who's the pharmacist and compounder, he's bipolar. My daughter is also bipolar. And she suffers from a lot of different traumas. And a lot of it relates to when I was with my first wife. That was a total fiasco. Well, guys, I think I'm going to let you go. Get rid of the most boring live stream available on YouTube today and let you guys travel around and find something interesting. So, with that, I'm going to say thanks for coming to the most boring live stream available on YouTube today. And I will catch all you people another time. Maybe we'll go on a possum hunt, or we will go out and tomorrow and see if we can find a deer with backstraps removed or what happened. So, thank you all for coming. I will see you once again. Take care till next time. See you later, Sarah. Bouncer, Lady Di, Mama Cookie. Shall see you all later. Oh, you're not boring. Believe me, Bouncer. It's just that I looked up at the time. I've been yammering for 2 hours and 33 minutes about insignificant things because I'm not really that interesting of a person. So I figured I'd end it and let you people surf YouTube and talk to some other people. So I look forward to seeing you in the next most boring live stream available on YouTube again today. And I will see you all later. Take care. Thanks for coming. Peace out.